Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all. I have some fantastic news. I strongly believe we are finally going to get Super Mario Galaxy 3 coming out on the Switch 2. Now, to be clear, this is a theory, this is a hypothesis, this has not been confirmed by Nintendo. However, they have been dropping hints for a long time, and recently some very strong hints. I think it's finally going to happen. So instead of me simply talking about how excited I am for it and so forth, let me prove to you, let me show you the evidence, and then down below in the comments section, you lovely SMEXY ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you think this will actually happen. I think it is, so let's get straight to the evidence. Okay, so Nintendo recently showed off that the next Mario Brothers movie is actually going to be Mario Galaxy. So that is the first thing that came. What? The Mario Brothers movie is going into Galaxy? It has the same exact name as Super Mario Galaxy, the two Mario Galaxy games that came out on the Wii? I don't think this is a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence that Nintendo, in that same Nintendo Direct, also just casually mentioned that, hey, we are re-releasing Mario Kart Galaxy again, which they already did on the Switch, but they're re-releasing Mario Galaxy 1 on the Switch 2, plus Mario Galaxy 2. So, hang on. So we have the Mario Galaxy movie. We have the Mario Galaxy games coming out. Now, I'm going to show you through patterns here that Nintendo always does things in groups. They love planting seeds, they love making you want something before they give it, and whenever Nintendo is working on multiple projects at any one time, which they always do, be it movies in combinations with toys in combinations with the video games, each team is always communicating with the other and they do things in sync. And I'm going to prove that using our pal Donkey Kong. But before that, here is another hint on the screen. In the middle of that same trailer, they announced that they're going to expand the story elements in Mario Galaxy. Cool, but let me read it to you. Goodbye to those we met on this journey. I will cherish the memories forever. The most important thing, and to those we will meet on the next journey, hello. This could be a cutaway, this could mean nothing, or this can be the world's most obvious hint. Because for her to say, and to those we meet on the next journey, hello, I believe that is Nintendo saying, hey, hello, we're going to see you in the next Galaxy game. But let's go to Donkey Kong. So I can firstly prove that Nintendo always works with each other, with their many different development studios and the movie studio, and how there is no such thing as coincidence. So having a look at Donkey Kong, right? Nintendo was working on 3 different Donkey Kong properties, all at the same time, and they all inherited the exact same character design. So having a look at this picture right here, on the left we have the newly redesigned Donkey Kong image for the Mario Brothers movie that came out. Excellent movie, I actually have it on Blu-ray HD or Ultra HD or whatever. Fabulous movie, absolutely loved it. And on the right we have Donkey Kong Bonanza. 2 separate properties, Illumination with Nintendo overseeing it with Shigeru Miyamoto personally. They created both of these Donkey Kongs separately, different studios. But when you put them side by side, it's the same darn monkey. It's the same darn monkey. Now, what do these properties have in common? Both of these were in development for many years. And Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of all the classic IPs, you know who he is, he oversaw everything. He was involved every single day with the movie, and he was involved in parts with Donkey Kong Bonanza. So he gets the final say on things. He directs things. It is not a coincidence that these look so similar. And it makes sense. This isn't a judgment. I hate the fact that they did change Donkey Kong's design because I'm a fan of Donkey Kong Country, but obviously they're like, hey, if we're going to have a movie and we're going to get new fans, new kids on board with Nintendo IP, it makes sense that a game coming out not too long after also looks quite similar, so then we don't confuse people. This also happened in sync with Mario Kart World, which was in development for many years. You can see it on the left, the exact same design. It is so similar. So, and to the right obviously is how Donkey Kong used to be. RIP, I miss that design. But so we have Mario Kart World, Mario the movie, and Donkey Kong Bonanza. So 3 different IPs that have Donkey Kong involved, they all coordinated with each other so the end result is all aligned. So then regardless if you're looking at the movie, you're looking at Bonanza, you're looking at World, Donkey Kong just like that consistently looks the same everywhere you look. Now going back to the Mario Galaxy 3 that I reckon is going to happen, Nintendo is showing us that they plant seeds so then the Nintendo IPs can get bigger and more successful. They're continuously looking after the younger audience, which is fine. Nintendo is very kid friendly, but obviously looks after adults as well. Nintendo thinks long term. Nintendo thinks across multiple mediums, be it video game toys, be it their literal theme parks, be it movies, games, whatever, it all comes together. Now Nintendo has made the choice to make a Galaxy themed Mario Brothers movie, specifically using the word Galaxy and even using very similar font to remind us of the previous Galaxy games while they re-release those same Galaxy games. This isn't a stretch of the imagination, this isn't a Mario movie that just happens to have some space segments or something. Nintendo is the one planting the world's most obvious seed in front of us. They want us to think of Galaxy, and in case we didn't get it, they then re-released Galaxy. And why would they be doing that? Well, Galaxy is a Wii game. There's still plenty of players who have not yet played that. So while we wait in anticipation for the Galaxy movie, Nintendo releases the legendary former Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 games, which are phenomenal to this day. Highly recommend. Fantastic games. Visually, artistically, it is so much fun, and just even the mechanics of being able to run around a spherical object, the world's tiniest planet, jump off that, you would think you'd float into space, but instead it slingshots you right back. It was so much fun. Now, while it was confirmed, fun fact, that Donkey Kong Bonanza was actually worked on by the Mario Odyssey team, so they went from a Mario IP to a Donkey Kong, I strongly believe there has been a separate team working on the next Mario Galaxy game. So at the end of the year, we'll get a lot more Galaxy fans after they release 1 and 2. Next year in 2026, the Mario Galaxy movie will come out, and just at the peak of seeing that movie and just letting our imaginations run, and then them planting the seed of making us want a Galaxy-like experience with modern graphics, that's when they're going to deliver and reveal Mario Galaxy 3, because there is so much room for Nintendo to work with. See, Mario is different every single time. Every mainline 3D Mario game looks different. It's a tall order for Nintendo to work with. They have to come up with some sort of gimmick, some sort of feature, something to make it special. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do. See, what was so enticing about the former Galaxy games and why it would so easily work on the Nintendo Switch 2 is the fact that artistically and creatively, especially creatively, you can do anything. So let me show you this random picture, right? This is AI generated and it looks a bit weird, but it does illustrate things. You have clouds in this screenshot acting in a really weird way. They're circular, you have the ocean there, you have the clouds in the actual water for some reason, and it's quite clear that gravity and everything else and whatever we perceive as normal doesn't really exist in this space. Moving on to another picture that I generated. Artistically, it just looks absolutely gorgeous. I actually really like. And you can see looking up, you can see space, you have all these colors and so forth. See, the joy of the former Mario Galaxy games was anything was possible. You didn't have to really follow the rules. Blasting off from planet to planet, gravity behaving differently on every single one, really lends itself to we can do anything. Now, Nintendo is fantastic at being creative and so forth. Them setting a Mario Galaxy 3 would work well in their favor, because that means you could literally discover brand new planets with brand new civilizations, gravity behaving differently on every single one, and then the unnormal becomes normal. Things don't need to make sense, and if you're a developer and you're making yet another 3D Mario game, and after Odyssey, which, keeping in mind, Odyssey really hinted towards that as well, where you could go from stage to stage and you literally use the spaceship in order to do it. Whereas the Galaxy games were more connected, as you physically saw Mario do it, and you would literally just leap or jump into a cannon. And then when you landed, anything was possible. And I think that's what Nintendo needs. They need a anything is possible Mario game while still being vibrant with its color palette. I can only imagine just how amazing this is going to look. I mean, Galaxy still looks good and it's a Wii game, and if you compare the Wii console, which really was just a more powerful GameCube with some extra bells and whistles, to think games from that era still looked good, imagine how much it will look on the Switch 2. I mean, the Switch 2 is a powerful beast. I love the idea of Nintendo getting super creative here and just giving us as much as possible. As always, I just also want to quickly say thank you to my members. I appreciate each and every one of you. It lets me do unique original content like this where I don't really need to worry about the algorithm. I don't really need to worry, hey, is this going to get a lot of views? Instead, I can think, hey, is this a video that my subscribers will enjoy or not? And I know I have a lot of Nintendo fans. Part of my subscriber group, smaller than the other groups, I'll be honest, but you do exist. And I am a Nintendo fan. I'm an everything fan, frankly speaking, but I love the fact that I can do this. It isn't something that's trending. It isn't something that's recently leaked or something like that. I think all the evidence points towards it. I don't think any of the coincidence that I spoke about is a coincidence. Galaxy movie, both of the Galaxy games, that screenshot in the Galaxy trailer itself saying, and to those we will meet on the next journey, hello. I don't think any of them are coincidences, but none of them are confirmation either. But through memberships, I can do it. And also, in case you're interested in being a member yourself, feel free to do so. Thank you in advance. And also, members get access to these exclusive emotes that I've created. And in case you're not familiar with memberships, that means that whenever you're commenting on any one of my videos, you can use those emotes, which is a lot of fun. Anyways, let's continue with the video. It really is amazing just how big Nintendo has become, that they're working on so many projects at any one time, and so it makes sense that they would collaborate with each other, and they did that with the Donkey Kong. They'll do that with the Galaxy games. They'll do everything. Even as we speak right now, they're most likely in secret even working on a Galaxy themed something or other to add to their theme park. You never know, it's all connected. They're thinking such long term and so forth. And while I have some major bones and issues to pick with Nintendo as far as how much they're charging for games this generation and other questionable decisions, as a brand, the IPs and the actual games, they will continue to shine and be fantastic games, regardless if they're overcharging for them or not. That's not me approving the overcharge, but that's just a discussion for another video. But as a brand, no one is bigger than them. No one out of the top three. Sony, Microsoft, even Sega. Although Sega is killing it right now, but no one is bigger than Nintendo. And look, it's fun and exciting that they have so much business lined up and they have so much money to make that they can plan ahead, as they did with the Donkey Kongs, you know. They were working on Donkey Kong Bonanza for so many years. They were working on Mario Kart World for so many years. They were working on this movie for so many years. And then it just all lined up, right? This is like 8 years of foresight in the making. It's impressive, is all I'm saying. And I'm looking forward to seeing them put together all their plotting to make Galaxy the next thing, and I'm all down for that. Those games were gorgeous, they were fun, they were unique, and you still have the Joy-Cons, so even if they want to keep that feature where you point at the screen and collect those little star bits, that's still an option. Anyways, with that being said, God bless you all, take care, and I'll see you all for the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and hope you're having a fantastic week. Alright, bye bye.